I mentioned that he held Deontay Wilder to only 6 landed punches per round.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he went down twice. Right?
Yeah.
And Deontay Wilder weighed in at 212 pounds. That's light. 212 and a half. That's lighter than he weighed against Luis Ortiz. Mm-hmm. And he had said that he was only that light because he was sick for part of training camp last time. But he weighed in at 212, and then he
that's crazy, right?
He only landed 6 punches a round and still put him down 2 times. And one of them was, I can't help but call it a knockout when I describe it to people. Mm-hmm. So I was explaining to my wife, to other people. They were like, "Oh, how did the fight go?" And I kept saying, and then in the 12th round he got knocked out, right? But he got up though. Yeah. I mean, he got knocked out, but he got up. Yeah. So he didn't beat it because it was just such a vicious shot.
Yeah.
It says a lot to me about Tyson Fury. Like I think that's the first time I've ever found one of his fights just fully entertaining start to finish.
Yeah.
And I think it shows some degree of character that I wasn't aware that he had.
Well, so I was just about to say the same thing. So I think, this idea of me not being a Tyson Fury fan prior to last night, I could see myself being a Tyson Fury fan now.
No, yeah.
So even though I only went into it last night thinking, okay, I just want him to get this win, go back home and then see what happens, whoever he fights next, because of the way that he fought,
yeah,
because of the the heart that he showed, because he came back from a knockout. He just showed something different yesterday. So I don't know if Tyson Fury post life struggle is a different type of Tyson Fury, right? I mean, we watched the fight where I think he fought Steve Cunningham years ago.
Yeah, he got floored by Steve Cunningham.
He got floored, right? Well, then it was comical and it was funny that a cruiserweight had put him down. And then he had some outrageous singing at the end of it after kind of, and even the win was kind of contentious because he was
last night.
But even the win against Steve Cunningham was contentious because he was overly physical with him in the knockout and all that kind of stuff.
The referee wasn't calling.
Yeah, so there was just a lot of.
Yeah.
So if you look at that Tyson Fury versus Tyson Fury last night, those are two very, very different fighters.
Let me ask you this. So you had mentioned you were not a Tyson Fury fan before. You can see yourself being a Tyson Fury fan now. So in the foreseeable future, it is quite possible that Tyson Fury could move on to fighting Anthony Joshua in Wembley or one of the stadiums where they're obviously going to fill it out.
Yeah.
So knowing what you know now, who would you like to see win that fight? Who would you root for? Not who would win, but who would you root for?
Who would I root for?
Yeah,
probably
who
Joshua.
Would you cheer for? You cheer for Joshua still?
I would find it harder now to cheer for Joshua because I've watched Tyson Fury do what he did last night, right? So I'm kind of pulling for the guy a little bit now. Like I think that what he did last night warrants some respect and a little bit of additional following. I'm still more of an AJ fan than I am a Fury fan.
Okay.
And I think that's just because AJ can kind of fly the flag better, I guess, essentially than Fury could, But then the media plays into all that.
He's a better representative.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I think Tyson Fury beats him, though.
I was going to ask you, so who do you think would win?
I think Tyson Fury beats him.
You think Tyson Fury beats him? Decision?
Yeah,
decision win over?
Yeah. I think if Fury can take Wilder's power, he likely can take Joshua's.
Sure.
So I see it actually pretty similar to yesterday's fight. I would imagine Joshua would put him down once or twice. It would have to be something hellacious to knock him out, apparently.
I think that was remarkable.
Yeah.
That was the 2 shots. He was going down from the first right hand.
Yeah.
I've watched that clip maybe 100 times. He was going down from the first right hand almost as if a building had been demolished. Like he was just sinking down on himself when the hook followed and knocked him in the other direction. And he has almost this. Did you ever see Creed? Did you see the first Creed movie?
Yeah.
He has this Creed moment where in Creed, Tony Bellew knocks him down. It looks like a knockout. And then he suddenly has this, what I thought was an unrealistic, all of a sudden he wakes up and is able to stand. And you're like, okay, that's silly. That would never happen. But it did happen. That's what happened. Like he was there and he was out. Yeah. And then he just woke up and got up. And and not only that, there was a long time left. Yeah. There was like 2 minutes left. 2 minutes
plus,
in that round.
Yeah. I think that's what you and I had a little disagreement actually at that point because of course I was screaming for him to hold.
We did.
Thinking that obviously now Wilder's going to go and do what Wilder does. He's going to start kind of throwing crazy and it's going to happen. So I'm screaming for the guy to hold. You're obviously saying, no, he's fighting back, and he should continue to fight back. And now, obviously, in hindsight, I see why. Because at least by throwing, it prevented Wilder from continuing to come at him.
He landed one significant shot in that exchange that discouraged Wilder from pursuing any further at that degree. So it's not Wilder was still trying to get him, but he stopped trying to get him as aggressively.
Sure, yeah.
And I had said before that he's like, dude's a shark, man. Like when he smells blood in the water, he's a great finisher, right?
Yeah.
And he tried holding. The reason I was okay with the exchange is because he tried holding. The very first thing he did was hold.
Yeah.
He was trying to back off. He was trying to take shots on the arms.
Yeah.
And it didn't appear to be working. And when that wasn't working, then he started to throw bombs, right?
Yeah.
And he landed one of them. He was fortunate. He caught one, and I think it really discouraged Wilder going forward.
Bit, I think he, in an interview this morning, Fury actually said that he believes he won the 12th round.
Well, which is possible.
Outside of the knockdown, I think he felt like he got the better of the 12th round, which I guess you can kind of make a point.
Say,
if he took the last 2 minutes and Wilder took the first minute, then yes, I guess he kind of won the round.
Yeah, breaking it down into minutes to me is kind of old school. Now it is possible to get knocked down and win a round for sure. I've seen it done before a number of times, in my opinion, where I've looked at it and go, yeah, clearly that guy won the round, even though he got knocked down.
Yeah.
This isn't one of those cases, just because of the extent of that knockdown. Like I said, it was so devastating. I continue to call it a knockout on accident. Well, yeah, Fury was knocked out, but then he got up and did. You know what I mean? Like, so I certainly don't think that anything that Tyson Fury did in that round could compare to anything that Deontay Wilder did in that round. Yeah.